So, yeah. Forza Horizon 6 then. So we got nothing at Xbox Games Showcase. No trailer, no announcement even. Except for the bit from Phil Spencer at the end, which we'll get to later. After 75 minutes, I was pretty pissed about getting nothing. I don't think my despair on social media about it matched the widespread crash-out that was going on the Forza and Forza Horizon subreddits though. So I guess we move on to Gamescom, and see if we get something there. If that is the launch, and it would sort of fit the usual timeline even in August, then it suggests that Germany as the location for FH6 is more likely. I still think Japan is the overwhelming favorite given recent car and feature releases for both Forza titles, but with many saying it's guaranteed to be Germany, then sadly to me, that happening there would increase the chance of it. If not there either, then we'll be waiting at least until December for the Game Awards, unless they do a Rockstar and just shadow drop on their YouTube page one day. We know it won't be until 2026 now, after Phil Spencer mentioning amongst other games for 2026, the 25th anniversary of Xbox, the next Forza. I've always thought March 2026 was the plausible release date, but did then think now with GTA 6 being delayed, if the game was close to being completed, a very late 2025, late November or early December, release could now happen. Obviously it won't, but if the plan was to avoid GTA, and make it an autumn 2026 launch from the start, then there's no guarantee that Rockstar won't have to delay again, and so still put an FH6 on a collision course with it in the end anyway. As for Forza Horizon 5 now, of course nothing changes for new PlayStation or any somehow new Xbox and PC players because of this non-announcement, as there's new content and new cars to them for months if not years to come. But for players like me, who've played since day one, 3.5 years ago, what is there to even look forward to? There's these rumors about online of there being a new content drop coming in June. I don't see where they've got this idea from, and don't see any evidence for it happening to be honest. But if we're going to have to wait another 12 to 18 months for FH6, the player count is going to dwindle. And maybe that doesn't matter to Playground Games and Microsoft, as they've got the new PS5 player base to replace us. There are plenty of options to add cars to FH5 though if PG want to, whether that's cars from Forza Motorsport, or even the over 100 cars that didn't get in FH5 from FH4, or going back and taking cars in Forza Motorsport 7. Another simple option would be to allow free access in Horizon for players who bought the recently added Racing Heroes car pack for Motorsport. I know there would be plenty of people who'd like to see the Mustang GT3, or the Tommaso Pantera GT5, the Silvia Formula Drift car, the Toyota Mark II JZX100 and of course especially the Mazda Furai in Mexico. That would be similar to the Jordan Luca 3 Camaro, or an even closer one, having to launch Forza Motorsport to get the Corvette E-Ray in Horizon. Also there's the option of new cars added to Motorsport. The current reward car, the Acura NSX Type S, could be one to add. I'm not sure if Motorsport players who've had to do 20th anniversary series races, or all 7 tours, and wait 6 weeks to see the car unlock, would be too happy, but it's for sure one Horizon players would be happy to see. Or there's the likes of the recent Hyundai update, with the missing i20N and the Elantra N, that from voting on the Forza forums, many would like to see as well. And what about the new Forza statement of Phil Spencer? Not new Forza Horizon. We know it's almost certainly not another Motorsport, as it was supposedly built to be the final platform that gets built on over time. And given the problems it had at launch, and since of gaining players back as Turn 10 play catch-up to fix it, even if they changed their mind on that, it would be many years away, given the 6 years the current Motorsport took to develop, if we count the release as its endpoint. The most likely new game for Motorsport I believe we'd see, would be a remaster or reimagining of the current platform, to go along with the next-gen console, which judging from how much it was pushed during the Xbox Games Showcase, could get called something like the Xbox Play Anywhere console. But maybe that new Forza isn't Horizon either? Perhaps with the upcoming release of Car X Street on consoles, and Need for Speed being put on hold by EA, maybe we will see a relaunch of Forza Street as an actual city-based driving game. It wouldn't be a Horizon, but if done right, I'd certainly buy a street racing game, if it had a unique setting and car list. Or another idea I had afterwards, and I'm not sure how this would work in an open world setting, but maybe a teaser game like Gran Turismo's concept and prologue titles could be a possibility. But I guess we'll now have to wait and see what comes next for Horizon 5 and 6. Maybe Playground Games are going to surprise us with something in the coming weeks. And maybe I will try this CarX Street out now instead, although I don't really want to have another time-limited rewards game to worry about. Anyway, they are my thoughts after the latest non-info on Horizon 6. Thanks for listening again, and I'll be back for another Forza Horizon 5 gameplay video as usual soon.